So for the first step you have here on this assignment is to watch the presentation that's in the Prezi about the proportions of a human. Now you will be going back and referencing that presentation as you're doing your drawings. This video is going to kind of just talk about the drawings, and then the presentation will take you through the steps. So what I first want you to do is you're going to, in step 2, it tells you to take out a piece of paper, and then you will take and draw a line down the center of it. Now, then the next step is going to be for you to figure out on the left side, you're going to make an 8 oval figure. So it'll talk about in the presentation how the human body is usually about 8 heads high. So you'll make your 8 ovals to kind of get the right height of the body, and you'll actually sketch out a body. And then on the right side, you're going to draw a face. And I'll talk about the proportions of a face in the presentation. So you're going to just basically sketch in the proportions of a face. So as I get going here, I'll kind of give you updates of pictures of how the drawings are going and walk you through step by step of what you should be doing. So good luck, and I hope you have a good time. Now, if you feel like you're overwhelmed or if it's not going well, just really go back and reference the materials. It very much walks you through how big things should be, how sizes are related to each other, how, the measure of the head is very based off the rest of the body, and just kind of piece it together from there. So make sure you're trying your hardest on this, and I look forward to seeing what you can come up with. I'll give you an update when things are a little bit further on my drawing. Thanks. Now I've finished up the guy, and you'll see the updated picture of the step-by-step process of kind of creating the figure. So pretty much I started with the head that matched up with the top oval, and then I just went through and I went and made lines crossing from the different ovals that represent the 8 heads. It even helps if you label them, because then you can easily match up where you are on your figure to where the example is from the presentation. Now, in this figure, I found that usually in most figures, the head, you can put almost a full head on each side of your figure of the shoulders. So that's a good thing to remember that it doesn't talk about in the presentation, is that it's almost, I would say, about 3/4 of a head on each side of the body. If you want to get more detailed and do one of the moving figures, feel free to go ahead and try that out. Maybe you can do that in some of your free time just to kind of see the way the body moves. But I would suggest just starting off with the basic figure. Now the next step after I got done with the figure is I'm going to move on to the face and breaking the face down into the different sections. So I'll keep you updated as that goes. Alright, and as I drew the figure, I started to add in a couple more shadows just to kind of give the figure a little bit more depth to it and make it a little bit more realistic. Now, I'm not expecting you to have this really detailed drawing. It's just making sure you get the right proportions, which is the size of things, where they should be. Well, good luck, and yeah, just keep working hard and keep referencing those images from the presentation. Thanks. So, as I was drawing, I wanted to point out something very quickly here. I put half marks just to represent a couple different things in the face. So first off, in the circle on the face, halfway from the top of the oval to the bottom of the oval, you'll find the line where the eyes are. So if you're looking at a face, the eyes are about halfway from the top of the head to the bottom of the head. So I want you to just start off by making some simple lines. So you'll start off with an oval, and then you're going to split it right down the middle. Find that halfway point. Okay, then from there on my drawing, halfway in between the eyes and the chin, I made another halfway mark, and that's where you're going to find the nose. So I would go on here and got my oval, got my halfway mark, then I'm going to find the next halfway mark, and that's where you're going to find the nose. So this is just a very simple, and then from halfway, and then if you get the nose, halfway from the nose to the chin is where you'll find the mouth on a normal human face. So then I'll make that last halfway mark for the mouth. So you'll end up with something, and then I like to break it down the middle too. So then you'll have an eye here and here, nose, mouth, chin. Now as you're doing this, you can see that I have a lot of lines and a lot of sketchy lines to just kind of sketch it in, and then I'm going to go in and erase to kind of clarify. Now one thing I want you to know is in between each eye is about another eye. So what I do is I start off in the middle, I find about so that if you cut the face right down the middle, there'll be about the width of one eye right in the middle, half on each side of the middle of the face. So then I'll put one eye on each side, and I'm just going to mark it out. Now right in the middle where the eyeball is on each eye, this seems really complicated, but I'm just walking you through it. Right in the middle where the eyeball is, if you bring this down, it's almost always going to end up being where the end of the mouth would be. So that's why on my drawing I marked specifically how wide that is to show where the mouth would be. And you'll see that on my drawing. So look at the picture, and that'll kind of describe why there's halves everywhere and how the things in the face are measured out. Good luck drawing the face, and yeah, just kind of think about breaking it down into those sections and rewatch what I just talked about if you get confused. Thanks. Alright, well, I think I am done drawing the face, and I got the proportions of the body laid out. Now, my drawing's really detailed, just so if you do want to go into this much detail on the face, you can. I'm not expecting every little shade and thing to be put into your drawings, but you know, if you feel like you want to, that'd be exciting and fun to see what you can come up with. So there'll be images of the face and the body, but I'll just kind of give you a display here. So as I was going, I just kind of built the details of the face. You know, it started off with the different proportions, and then the eyes. Something about an eye that I want to show you here is when you're drawing an eye, you don't want your eye to just look like this. It's kind of like perfect. You actually, if it would be a right eye, so let's say this is the right side of the face and this is the left, your right eye is going to come up more and then go down and then go down more and come up, and your left eye will do the opposite. So you can kind of get a feeling on the eye there. I'll make it bigger actually. So there you go. It's a little bigger example, but I think I'm happy with the way the drawing turned out. One thing to take in consideration is your eraser is just as effective as the actual drawing. So maybe you drew something and then you erased it to make the highlight, but make sure you include the ears, and the ears can be measured from your eye, usually straight out, and then in between your nose and your mouth, straight over to the bottom of the ear. And the neck is going to be important. The neck doesn't come straight down, but it actually goes in a little bit gradually and then kind of comes back out. You'll be able to see that in the drawing, but the biggest thing is hard work and just dedicating yourself to working on this. The more you try and the more effort you put forward, the better your drawing is going to turn out. Your eraser will be your friend, as it was to me too. Have a great day, and I hope you enjoyed drawing the human figure and also the face. Thanks.